Hey, this is Marcus Washington from MTC Media with your college football picks for week 0. I can't believe we're already here for college football season. Hopefully, this will be a weekly thing where I'm going to make at least 2 picks. A lot of times it'll be between 2 and 5. The magic number is always 3, but today we're going to go with 2 since it's such a limited schedule for week 0. So we're going to start off with Nebraska at Northwestern. That's going to be in Dublin, Ireland. This is one of those things of, you know, your pick might be skewed by when you got it. So when the line opened, it was Nebraska -9. It got up to Nebraska, I think around 13, 13 and a half. And it has settled into Nebraska minus 11 and a half, at least of this recording on Friday. Now, all eyes will be on the quarterback position. Nebraska is going to go with Texas transfer Casey Thompson, who threw for 24 touchdowns last season. And he'll be under a new offense coordinator for the program, and Mark Whipple. You might know him from Pitt. Kenny Pickett certainly benefited from Whipple's presence at Pitt. As you can see, had the big year and now is competing at least to be the primary backup for the Steelers, if not sometime this season having a chance to start. On the other side, head coach Pat Fitzgerald hasn't named the starter. As sophomore Ryan Hilinski has the most experience. He started 5 games last year. Now he started his career in South Carolina, transferred to Northwestern. Hilinski played in the Nebraska Northwestern game last year, which was a 56-7 win for Nebraska. But Hilinski himself went 25 for 39 for 256 yards and a touchdown. I think some of the concerns on both sides with Northwestern, it is relatively transition to a new quarterback that is full time. There's still some questions of what they can do on offense. For Nebraska, I guess the questions will be: you do have a brand new quarterback and a new offensive scheme that has been put in. Now, if you look around um, the internet and who the experts are picking, there are a lot of experts picking Northwestern at least to cover, not necessarily to win, but at least to cover. They think that Nebraska won't be able to run away from them like they did last year. I'm actually on the opposite. Northwestern's defense last year was abysmal against the run. I know they brought in some guys out of the transfer portal to try to fix that, but it is the first game. So even those guys have a transition. My pick is Nebraska minus 11 and a half. Next game, it is always nice to have that deep late game. It is Vanderbilt at Hawaii. Timmy Chang takes over for Ty Graham as head coach of Hawaii. Chang, of course, was the record-setting quarterback at Hawaii when he played, and it looks like he's going to go back to that wide open offense. He's brought a couple people on his staff, mainly Ian Shoemaker. He comes from FCS's Eastern Washington, where they ran a similar pass-oriented, pass-first type of offense. So Chang is going to really, really air this out. Their starting quarterback, Chevin Cordero, transferred, and Braden Schlager looked like he's going to be the one who's going to take over the reins at the quarterback. Schlager saw some action in his freshman year, completed about 61% of his passes, but he only had 2 touchdown passes with 5 interceptions. Looking on the Vandy side, Vanderbilt only won 2 games last season, but there's some optimism in Nashville that Clark Lee will improve on that 2 games. Quarterback Mike Wright will be starting. Now, he definitely likes to use his feet. He likes to run with the ball also, along with passing the ball. And when you add that to that 2-headed monster of Ramon Davis and Rocco Griffin in the backfield, along with a struggling Hawaii team, you start to wonder if Vanderbilt could really get away with just grinding this game out. And that's my concern with Hawaii. You have that new staff where there's a changes for the coaching staff, but not only coaching staff, but a lot of players left because Graham's program was so dysfunctional at Hawaii with all kinds of allegations where it was a must almost like a must leave for everyone involved from the player side and the coaches side. So when I look at this, even though the line has gone up to 9.5 for Vanderbilt, and that kind of makes you feel squeamish whether Vandy can beat anyone by double digits, no matter who it is. Remember, they played week 0 last year. Vandy did and lost 23-3, but the spread is 9.5, and the over under has dipped. It started out, I think, around 55.5. It's down to 53.5 now. And right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's what you feel comfortable with. Um, you can go with Vandy minus 9.5. I would not take Hawaii on anything. You can go with Vandy minus 9.5, and or I like the over 53.5. Even though obviously the money is coming on the other way, I like the over. I have a funny feeling that even if it's reached in the fourth quarter in some sort of garbage time or whatever the case may be, that the over will hit. So my picks are Nebraska minus 9.5. And like I say, either Vanderbilt minus 9.5 or the over 53.5 or both. This is Marcus Washington for MTC Media.